You ever have one of those days where you walk into a place you've been 100 times before, but suddenly the world decides you're invisible? That's how my Tuesday started. And let me tell you, it ended a whole lot different than anyone in that bank expected. Not just for me, but for every person watching. Picture this: sun barely up in Charleston, bank lobby already buzzing with the usual clatter, the faint smell of burnt coffee, and the receptionist, Linda, flashing that big customer service smile. But only if you look the part. I wasn't dressed for any kind of special treatment. Old sneakers, faded jeans, hair in a tight bun, just me and my canvas tote. That was the point. I wanted to see what would happen if I left all the labels behind. I found a seat in this corner, ticket in hand. Just another number waiting for my turn. But you start noticing things sitting there long enough. Every time a guy in a suit or a bubbly blonde walked in, the red carpet got rolled out. "Mr. Douglas, VIP lounge." "Oh, Sophie, you look stunning today." Meanwhile, if you looked tired, older, or a little too different, Linda didn't even bother with a smile, just waved you to the back with a bored, "Take a ticket." I saw an old Asian couple practically shrink into their seats. A Hispanic guy grilled about his job and paycheck for a tiny withdrawal, while people who looked right got coffee and compliments. 40 minutes passed, and every time the door opened, someone who arrived after me got called first. You know what I mean? It wasn't loud, it wasn't ugly, just a quiet sort of erasure, like you didn't count at all. Finally, my number flashes up. Window 4. Amy, the teller, gives me a quick once-over, her lips pursed so tight they nearly disappear. I tell her what I want: a $70,000 withdrawal. Her eyes go wide, and she leans back. "That's quite a bit, isn't it?" Next thing you know, Greg, the head teller, is hovering. And suddenly, it's like I'm on trial for asking for my own money. They ask it for my job, why I need it, if I have proof. Stuff I'd just seen them skip for the right kind of customer. There's a moment there with Jason, the other teller, smirking just enough for me to notice, where I realize this isn't about procedure, it's about deciding who belongs. Then Sandra, the branch manager, comes in. You could feel the chill hit the room. She doesn't even bother hiding her contempt. "That's too much for someone like you. We serve certain clients here. You're not one of them." Her words echoed. "Yeah, that happened." She tells security to escort me out. Says they don't serve fraudsters or people like her. Meaning me. Just like that, a regular morning turns into a public shaming. A couple of folks start recording on their phones. A woman behind me blurts out, "She's just trying to get her own money." But mostly, people just watch, some of them with this look that says they've seen this play out before, only never with someone fighting back. And I'll be honest, my heart was pounding, but something in me snapped. I took out my phone, dialed a number, hit speaker so the whole room could hear. "David, it's Maya Barnes. I'm being denied a legal withdrawal at King Street. Manager's having me thrown out. Please intervene." Sandra's got that smug look, the kind you want to wipe right off a person's face, and she laughs. "Call whoever you want, ma'am. If you don't leave, we're calling the police." But now the energy's shifting. Amy looks pale. Greg stops fiddling with his tie. Even the guards, Mike and Eric, are suddenly less sure. David Lewis, he's not just anyone, He's the COO, answers on the other end. And suddenly, you can feel the current change. He says, "I'll be there in 10. Nobody leaves." All eyes in that lobby are on me. And for once, it's not just about judgment. It's about wondering what's coming next. 10 minutes feels like forever, but when David and a couple execs walk in, the whole bank freezes. He addresses the staff and customers, says, "This is Maya Barnes, our CEO. The board's watched every second of this incident live." You should have seen the looks on Sandra, Greg, and Jason's faces. Like the bottom dropped out of their world. David looks at me and says, "What do you want to do?" My voice shakes a little, but I don't flinch. "Sandra Mitchell, Greg Townsend, Jason Carter, you're fired, effective immediately for discrimination. Amy, Mike, Eric, you're suspended pending investigation." You all had a choice. The relief that washed over me in that moment, it wasn't just for myself. It was for every person who ever got looked through, doubted, or told to sit down and take it. The lobby erupted. Some people clapped. A couple hugged me. Someone yelled out, "About time!" People were live streaming, sharing it online, saying things like, "Finally, the underdog gets her day." Before I left, I turned around and told everyone, employees, customers, didn't matter. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't matter. Stand up, even if your voice shakes. That's how change happens. I meant every word. But here's the thing. Some folks still said I took it too far. Others said I should have sued, made an even bigger example. Maybe you think I was right. Maybe you don't. All I know is, sometimes you have to write your own ending, because if you wait for someone else to do it, you might wait forever. So tell me, what would you have done? Have you ever been treated like you didn't belong? Drop your story in the comments. Let's talk about what justice looks like, what real change means, because we're all underdogs in someone's eyes until we prove them wrong. And if you think this is a story worth sharing, hit like, subscribe, send it to a friend. Somebody out there needs to hear that the fight's worth it. And sometimes, yeah, the underdog does win.